G'day guys, and welcome to Retrospectreviews. I'm Vince. To celebrate the release of technically the fourth Ghostbusters movie this week, Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, we're going to be checking out everything I own that is Ghostbusters related. Now, some of this is new, some of this is old, and somewhere in between. Let's jump in and start checking out all the things I've picked up over the years Ghostbusters related. So starting off with some physical media. Unfortunately, my original Ghostbusters video VHS tape from the video store, the proper one that they released for video stores in Australia, did get sold probably 5-6 years ago. So unfortunately I don't have that anymore. But I do have this dual copy of Ghostbusters 1 and 2 that came out a few years ago. It did come with a bonus keyring, which I carried everywhere when I picked this up. I think I got this probably I want to say 2009, maybe 2010. But I did wear that keyring out, and eventually, somewhere along the line, the chain broke and I lost it. Somebody probably picked it up, but it's out there somewhere. So this one has Ghostbusters 1 and 2 on it. So Ghostbusters 2 is obviously not my favourite Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters 1 is. But I still enjoyed Ghostbusters 2 nevertheless. And I did see both of these movies in the picture theatre at time of release. So I think I was about 10 years old when I saw Ghostbusters several times at the picture theatre. And funny enough, the only part of Ghostbusters 1 that scared the crap out of me was the library scene. Everything else I was fine with, but for years it took me a while as a kid to get used to not being scared of that library scene at the beginning. Ghostbusters 2, not so much. I think I was about 15, maybe a bit younger when Ghostbusters 2 came out. But I did find it lent too heavily on the comedy side, and kind of had that, like the real Ghostbusters cartoon style. I brought this brand new, by the way. I found this in my local, where I brought DVDs from back in the day. So that's the first thing that I had in my collection. Okay, we lost the original Ghostbusters on the Atari 2600 years ago when I think my brother lent the Atari 2600 to somebody, and I don't know if they moved or we just didn't give a rat's about it. And our whole Atari 2600 collection back in the early 90s, somebody's got it out there. I don't know who it is, but we did have the original Ghostbusters. Obviously, I've picked this up again somewhere along the line, but I was really happy to get that again. It's a game I've never been able to complete. I probably should give it a go again. I as a kid, I found it very frustrating. I just couldn't work out what you're meant to do. I wasn't a big... as a kid, I never read the manual, so there was probably a lot in it that could have probably told me. But I just had fond memories of me getting frustrated trying to play this game on the Atari 2600. So that's one game I have for Ghostbusters. The other game I've got is Ghostbusters, the video game on the Xbox 360. Now this, technically, a lot of people call this what would have been the third movie. It's pretty much, I believe, backs off the back of Ghostbusters 2, so like it continues on from the first two films. But once again, another game that I keep meaning to go into and play, and I just haven't had time, or I just never got around to playing it. But when I saw this, I think I didn't pay that much for this, I don't think. Even though it does say it's from EB Games, but I actually picked this up at a garage sale, I believe. So I didn't actually pick this up at EB Games, and I think it was only they were selling it off. It was before game collecting went too nuts, and I think I only got this game for $5 at the garage sale. So that's another item I got. So I do need to think about, I don't know, about picking up. I think there is another game out now for Ghostbusters, so I should look at picking that one up as well. So yeah, I did not pay $59 for it, but yeah, I did get it at a garage sale for $5. Sticking with the theme of physical media, something I didn't have the CD version of this. This is the original Ghostbusters soundtrack. I had the cassette, and I have no idea what happened to the cassette. So I was able to pick up another copy of the original soundtrack on CD, which is probably the best I could do. I haven't really looked to see if I can find the cassette version, but I'm quite happy with the CD version here. I listen to it now and again. Just brings back fun memories as a kid, because I got the original soundtrack on cassette when I was about the time the original Ghostbusters came out. I think somewhere between 10 and 11 years old, and I used to listen to that constantly. So I was quite happy when I found the CD version. Alright, what should we move on to next? Okay, so we'll move on to this. So this is a bit like the keyring I had. I picked this up at a thrift store. I think this came with the anniversary bundle of the release of the first Ghostbusters, similar to the Ghostbusters DVD set I had, but this one had this Ghostbusters fridge magnet, which when you press, I don't know how much of this I can play without being copyright striked, because it pretty much plays the full game, the full song. So yeah, and it does come with a pretty good sized magnet on the back. Maybe put that in frame so you guys can see. But yeah, I'll have to pull that battery out. So this must have been... So this has got a copyright of 2016. So yeah, it must have been the 30th anniversary. Let's see if I can do math in my head. 10... yeah, it must have been the 30th anniversary of Ghostbusters, the original Ghostbusters release. So it came with that. This Puff Marshmallow Ghostbusters statue. But I did buy these. These are all in the same thrift store, and I did pick them up separately. So I was quite happy with that. Now I think this got broken somewhere along the line. I think the hand got broken here, and they glued it back on. But obviously they didn't want this anymore. So it's just a, I'm not sure what it's made out of. Yeah, so the Ghostbusters Collective DVD gift set. But it feels like wood, but I don't think it is wood. So I picked that up. So we might stay on the theme of kind of toys. And now I don't know where. I think this came out of a claw machine. Christine picked this up about the time of the release of the Ghostbusters reboot. This plushy Slimer. So I don't know where. I think Christine just grabbed this at a thrift store, I think, but I don't know if it came in a claw machine or where it came from. So I got a Slimer plushie. The next thing I got these. This was just in like a little Funko Pop. I don't know what I can't remember what they were called. It was just place I went to. They couldn't sell them, and they just had this bundle. And you got a heap of these mystery little boxes that had pop culture figures in them, and one of them was Slimer.
Hi, this is Slimer!
I think the rest were, I think I had half a dozen Game of Thrones and a few other things, but yeah, they couldn't, I think people weren't going to pay big money for not knowing what they were going to get. So we got that. One of my next thing is a favourite toy I always wish I had when I was a kid. I wish I had the full collection of them. And this is technically the real Ghostbusters figure collection. Unfortunately I didn't get any of the power pack or anything else that came with it. This was just in a bundle of, I think Christine got me one year the retro bundle, and it came with a heap of things from the mid 80s. That was retro, and it was like in a mystery gift box. And I got this figure of Ray. Now this is the one, I don't know if I can get it to work. Oh, I see, yeah. It's been a while since I used this one. So if you squeeze the hands in, the head pops up, like you've seen a ghost. And each figure did something slightly different, I think. But yeah, I always wanted these as a kid. I was a big fan of the real Ghostbusters animation as well. But yeah, I think they were just too expensive. I don't know. For some reason, I didn't get any real Ghostbuster stuff. I would have loved to have got the full set, but geez, these go for a small pretty penny on eBay, that's for sure. And a lot of them don't come with any of the accessories. But I think this is the second release, because I think the first real Ghostbusters figurines didn't have that ghost action. They were just normal figures. But I was quite pleased to get that. I actually did, probably about 3 months after I got this, I went to a thrift store and there was a bag of small toys. And it was only I wanted like $2 or $3 for the whole bag. And there was one Ray in there, and I didn't pick it up, and I should have picked it up. What I like about this is this reminds me of when I was a kid, about the release of the first Ghostbusters. I don't know if it was the newspaper or one of the TV guide had a Ghostbusters emblem iron-on, and you could iron it onto a t-shirt, and I did that and made a whole Ghostbusters t-shirt, which I thought was fantastic and I loved it. Yeah, typical older brother.
Oh, that's embarrassing. It looks horrible. It wasn't even done properly.
You know, I think he was like 3 years older than me. And yeah, if I can find a photo, I'll put it up somewhere. But I was quite happy to pick this Ray Ghostbusters Brothers figure up. And the last toy I've got is this Ghostbusters Eco 1 Hot Wheels toy from the Ghostbusters reboot. I think I picked this up even before I saw the movie. This came out about a week before the movie came out, I think, or something like that. Like I said before, I didn't mind the reboot movie. Just found it a little cringy and lent too heavily on the comedy side instead of kind of having that nice balance of horror comedy. And I didn't like the fact that it wasn't kind of connected in some way. So I always look at it's set in a parallel universe. Instead of Ghostbusters happening in 1985, it happened in 2016. Not a bad movie, just a little cringy and a little too heavily on the gags for my liking. Moving into confectionery, I recently picked up these. I think there's a red flavour, but they were out of stock of those at the time. So it's Ghostbusters candy in a squeeze tube, like toothpaste, I guess. I don't know if there's a difference between the blue. Okay, so this is blue raspberry flavour. So what's the green one? Green apple flavour. Now I'm not a big fan of apple flavoured stuff, so I might try the blueberry. These are quite cheap. I think these are only like $2 at where I picked them up. There is a red one, so I'm not sure what the red one is now. So I might have to see if they've got any more in stock and get a red one. But I thought we'd try this blueberry one. I'll keep that as a collectible until it goes bad. Somebody in the crazy future might like to get a hold of an unopened tube of Slimer Goo candy. So let's try that and then we'll move on to the last item. So I'm not sure. Okay, it's sealed with a bit of foil. I don't usually eat sugary candy stuff anymore. I don't know if anyone can see that. There we go. See what it smells like. Okay, it smells alright. Smells like jelly bean blueberry. Anything that has that artificial blueberry smell in it. I won't go too crazy with this. Let's give it a try. Oh, very sweet. Not really for me, if you could see my face right now. Very sour, very sweet. It's kind of like the blueberry. I mean, if you brought a blueberry slushy and you just had the syrup, that's probably the closest thing I can put it to. So I don't like the apple candy stuff as it is, so I can imagine the apple candy is not that great. Now I've got a sticky finger. Oh, that doesn't sound right either. Okay, that's how the hell did that get sticky already? I didn't even touch it with this. Touch it, and that's sticky. Oh, weird. Okay, moving on. The last thing I want to show you guys technically belongs to a friend of mine, and that is this Ghostbusters 2 promotional can. It is a ghost in a can. So apparently, the soft drink never came in this. It was just an empty can that if you opened it, you let out the ghost, and it was a promotional thing with Ghostbusters and Coca-Cola, and it has the Ghostbusters thing here. It says the holder of this can is the owner of a genuine vanishing ghost captured and encapsulated by Ghostbusters. It was a promotion run through the BP service station. You had to buy 6 cans of Coke. You got the free Ghostbusters can plus the ability to enter a competition to win a trip for 4 people to America, mainly Hollywood, to go to Columbia Pictures and Disneyland. So yeah, I just thought that was a cool last thing to show on this video. I know in different countries it was released through fast food chains in different ways. So yeah, just let me know in the comments if you came across these Ghostbusters 2 cans back in the day, and did you get one, and how did you get it? Right, so let's wrap this up. Well, that's everything I have that is Ghostbusters related. I would like to get a bit more of the 80s Ghostbusters toys, but boy are they expensive to buy. So I don't know if I'll ever pick up any more of those. I was thrilled to get the Ghostbusters Atari 2600 game back. Something I have fond memories of me being super frustrated as a 10-year-old trying to beat and complete. Never did. Keep wanting to go back and try finishing the Ghostbusters game, but those scarred memories of me getting frustrated and not knowing how to play that game properly, it makes it very hard for me to go back and play. But in the comments, let me know what your favourite was. Do you have any of this stuff, or do you have some of the 80s toys? Let me know in the comments down below. What was your favourite Ghostbusters movie? Mine is still the original, as I have super fond memories of seeing that with several different people over that summer, family, friends. It was a bring together type of movie. It was so revolutionary at the time. And don't forget to like and share this video, because it really does help out the channel. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell, because I upload a new video every week. Now I'm going to say goodbye and thanks for watching. And if you're interested in seeing some more videos, 2 more should be popping up on the screen as we speak. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.